So you want to start a YouTube channel? I bet you think there are a lot of things that you need, but have you ever thought about the things you don't need? In this video, we're going to talk about 3 things you don't need to start a YouTube channel. The first thing is a selfie stick. Selfie stick. You don't need a selfie stick. I'm walking around, I have my phone in my hand. You can just do what I'm doing. It's a little awkward, it's a little uncomfortable, but it's doable. And if not having a selfie stick is something that's holding you back, you don't need it. Likewise, you don't need a fancy tripod or even a simple tripod. You can put your phone, if you're recording inside or someplace that's stable, you can put your phone wherever it will hold it to about this level, where the lens is about, the camera is about eye level. Can keep it, you can tilt it forward a little bit, you can tilt it back. You just want to have as much stability as possible. There are ways around it, you just may have to be a little bit creative. The second thing you don't need to start a YouTube channel is a horsefly-free environment. I'm walking out here in the fields today and there are tons of horseflies. Well, I just came out. Wait, there's one. I don't know if you can see them zooming around my head. Let's see, can you? They're zooming, they're circling. They're gonna land any second. Oop, one just got in my hair. You don't need a horse-free or perfect environment. Here, I'm gonna put my phone on the selfie stick. Make it a little bit easier on myself. Hold on, bear with me. A little bit better there. It's a little bit more comfortable for me as I'm walking along. But as you could see, I didn't really need it. All right, perfect environment. We see some of these, our favorite YouTube creators, and they have these perfect backdrops. They look beautiful. And we're thinking, yeah, I just don't have that. Well, we don't need it. In fact, lighting is one of the key things that we're looking for. And so all we really want is a good light source, which I don't have today. I'm all in the shadows, I'm all in the shade, going through some trees. Let's see if I turn this way. Even though there's no sun out today, this is a little bit better as far as lighting me evenly. But did you know that even the lighting is it's not going to make or break your YouTube channel? Most people, they're kind of half-heartedly watching. When they're on YouTube, they're listening more than anything, so that's when you'll hear, oh, it's your audio that has to be top-notch. Top-notch is questionable to me, but you do want people to be able to hear you. You want to keep the volume as even throughout your video as you can. But you don't need the perfect environment in order to create a YouTube channel. I'm waiting for one of these horseflies. Or deer flies, maybe deer flies, to land on my lens so you can really see it. They are, I'm really gonna get bit up out here. You don't need the perfect environment, but you need to work with your environment as much as you can to make it the best that it can be. Perfection isn't what we're going for. We're going for just being able to put ourselves out there, get started, work out the kinks as we go along. There is a kind of a mantra, a quote, a theory, a bit of encouragement that says, get started and set your goal to have each video be 1% better than the next. 1%, that's a penny's worth. That's standing in a fixed location so that I do have full sun on my face rather than walking. It does mean swatting away at the horse or deer flies, I think deer flies. It means putting the time in to actually care about what you're producing. And that's sometimes the hardest thing. We're starting something new and we have all of these reasons to not do it. Reasons to think that we're not enough. But the fact is we are enough. We are each unique individuals put here, not even put here. We came here. Our spirits, our souls chose to come here in these bodies, with these ideas, with these experiences, so that we could grow, so that we could help expand the consciousness of the planet, to raise the vibration of the planet. All right, a little bonus. You don't need to have a woo-woo spiritual philosophy to start a YouTube channel. However, I would say it will help. So we don't need this perfect background. We don't need anything more than what we are, than who we are. We are enough. We will find the people who want to see our videos. We will improve as we go along. This is all about experiencing the magic of sharing and connecting with other people. And we're not going to be perfect at first. In fact, if we're perfect at first, that actually puts up a wall. Why? Why does it put up a wall, Donna? It puts up a wall because we like to connect. We naturally connect with people who are flawed. We naturally connect with people who have gone through things that we may have, that we hope we never do, that we know someone else who has, because that allows us to encourage and support each other. It provides that contrast of what we want and what we don't want. Lost the thread again. My brain cells are scattered all over. So what you don't need to start a YouTube channel. Let's go back to the beginning and see if I can remember my place. You don't need a selfie stick. You don't need the perfect environment. Can you see this field though? This is like a perfect environment, woods around me. I am a nomad so I've got my 2 points, so I won't forget my 2 points. I am a full-time nomad. I'm semi-retired. Thought starting a YouTube channel would be fun and scary and overwhelming, but what a way to spend life, trying something new, right? Doesn't have to be a YouTube channel, but my hope, my goal, my dream, my vision is to do well enough on YouTube that the Google AdSense monetization part of it will help fund more adventures for my husband and I. So I live in a converted 7x14 foot cargo trailer. It is tiny for 2 people, but hey, I'm an introvert. I love small spaces. It's like a little cave for me in there. Not sure where I was going. Oh, beautiful backgrounds, beautiful backgrounds. Yeah, so that's not what you came here for. You wanted to know about 3 things you don't need to start a YouTube channel. So the third thing is you don't need a big personality. This was something that I kind of struggle with. I am very much an introvert. I'm quiet by nature. In fact, in another video, I'll talk some about human design probably, or well, human design and the gene keys. My gene key for my life purpose states that silence is kind of the ultimate reward for all of my gifts, for living my life's purpose. And it's like, oh my gosh, that is exactly it. I love silence. I don't need people to be talking. I love the quiet. As I said, I'm definitely an introvert. I choose not to seek out people to talk all that much. I prefer to listen. And, oh, I'm saying and so many times. And that's something that you will discover about yourself. So many things you'll discover about yourself if you choose to start a YouTube channel. And I'm encouraging you to go for it. Do it. So we don't need to have these big personalities. We can be ourselves. We can be as quiet as we need and still be very capable of doing whatever we want. And the reason for that is because if we are called, if from somewhere up in the ether, source, God, the universe, if we have seen something and it starts this niggling sense of, I want that. I think I want to do that. I want to try that. I want to experience it. When we experience, or when we get this intuitive hit, this calling, I've always called it a heart's calling. When our heart is calling us to do something, to try something, to experience something, and we honor that, those callings don't just come to people with big personalities. It's not the extroverts of the world that are making great changes. We introverts, we quiet people, we're making a big difference too. The thing is, it's not as obvious. It's not as grandstandish. It's not something that's going to win us awards and lots of recognition, although that can come, and it does come. And I can share stories in future videos from my own life experiences where that has happened. But we don't need these big over the top. But you know what I'm talking about, right? Just people who, they just have big personalities. They're energetic all over the place. There's not a person that isn't their friend. Those types of people, people who talk non-stop, those aren't the only ones who can create a YouTube channel. They aren't the only ones who can make change in this world. They aren't the only ones who have something to say in a unique way. There are many more things you do not need to start a YouTube channel. There are many things you do need to start a YouTube channel. And that's what I talked about in this video, or maybe over here. Things you do need. 3 things you need to start a successful YouTube channel. Because yes, I'm going to add in that word successful. It's important. It matters. And in that video, I talk more about what success means.